What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Iron by McKinney, and today I want to touch in more on revising, or um, basically, essentially, changing the past, or almost changing a past memory, and making it as if, rather than saying if something didn't go your way, you change it, and then change that memory, and then that event becomes changed as if it's never happened. Almost like an alternate version, an alternate, kind of like an alternate um, version. Say, like in a movie or something, like if it didn't go the way you intended, give it an alternate ending. So, basically, yeah, what revision is just like you're you're changing a memory. You're alternating a memory. Because Neville talks about that memory, our memories are imagination. Or maybe you've experienced the Mandela effect, where basically people uh, seem to remember things differently. Like, how, like maybe you hear some people say, I thought it was always something like this," but or maybe you see other people be like, "I thought that person was that way instead of this way," or things like that. Um, but yeah, like for many of us, when we look at the world from a logical standpoint, we don't really pay attention to those subtle things because our world is not physical. It's certainly not physical or fixed. It's always in a state of flux, always um, shape shifting, no matter how subtle it is. And when, like, say, if, you know, you can also do this, you can also revise, say, like, if someone's just saying something that you don't want to hear, you revise a conversation as if you want to hear it, the way you ought to, that you want to hear it. Like if someone's saying everything's going to crap, or then you, on the spot where you hear that, as soon as you hear that, you just revise it. Wow, everything's amazing. You hear that person's voice in your imagination. You're eavesdropping, and make it, and it needs to feel natural and not forced. So, yeah, when people are really delve deep, when they really dive deep in this stuff, where the more inwardly focused, without force, the more inwardly focused, the more attention they put in on themselves inwardly, without force. That's when these things become more seemingly miraculous. Seemingly miraculous things start to happen because your attention is placed onto those subtler things. You'll notice that there's seeming coincidences are showing up when really everything's just in the orchestrated order. When we really pay attention to these subtle things, these, again, like these imaginal acts, we're always imagining. Say, like, if you want to go somewhere, meet up with a friend, you have to use your imagination to see, like, almost kind of like coordinating. Like, every physical. One guy I was hearing about was that an imaginal experience leads to a physical experience. Because, again, your mind cannot tell what's real or imagined. It's only being directed. Like every physical experience you have, whether you're just meeting somewhere, like you're, say if you're making physical unconscious decisions, like say when you're driving, you're imagining yourself, there's a part of you that's unconsciously imagining that you're able to drive. Like when people physically drive, they there's a part of them that unconsciously assumes that they're getting better at driving. It's just a natural instinct. You don't have to. Again, it's not this forcing thing being forced. Same with changing a past memory. It's because time. It's been proven that time is only illusion. That there's no such thing as linear time. There's no such thing as linear space. We're not actually walking through this linear time and space. It appears that way, but everything is contained from within our imagination. And we're only and everything outside of us is just states of consciousness. Our state of consciousness objectified on the physical screen space. Even past memories, those can be changed. And it can not only affect our past memories, a part of our past memories, but can also affect the behavior of our physical bodies too. Say like, I'm sure, I think my mom, she went to school talking about, I guess psychology. It was she took psychology, and the way I talk about it, it goes much deeper than just talking about human behavior. It goes, I think she was talking about revision in a way where, like, maybe if someone's faced trauma in the past, they almost like kind of hacking the mind to change a memory, and therefore the physical experience, even in that moment, even as an adult, you could change a past experience. Say as a child, if you went through trauma, you can change those past experiences through memory. Alternate the past memory, and it will affect your physical body. It would almost seem miraculous, but it's cool stuff. Again, I think I talked about revising a past event in one other video I've made months ago, but it's again, I like to look at everything as everything's in the present moment right now. Even past experiences, they're just they're memories. Because how do you know if, like history back then, everything that's back then, it's all stored memory, and you can actually alternate those memories, and that's when people experience like the Mandela effect, because everyone assumes on relative levels. So, but we're all connected to the same unified consciousness based on our relative assumptions, inner assumptions. So I hope this video helps, and to kind of give you another idea of that our imagination goes much deeper than like modern psychology tells us. Like, oh, imagination is only just this thing where it's just the thing is with imagination. Again, Neville talks about that. Don't imagine of the state, where it implies separation, this thing outside of you. Imagine from the state as if you're fused with it, that you're unified with it. You're given life to states of consciousness. Imagine from the state as if you're all that person. And to live by that assumption. And you will inevitably experience it in physical form. And again, imaginal experiences lead to physical experiences. So yeah, I hope this video helps, guys. I bless you all, and happy manifesting.